We'll see an overview of SmartOPD. SmartOPD is an outpatient and clinic software. It can be used in a single doctor clinic or a multi-doctor polyclinic. The software can also be used in the OPD department of a hospital or a nursing home. SmartOPD comes with 3 default user IDs. The initial password is the same as the user ID. So let's log in first. Please note that the user ID and the password is case sensitive. So one of the first things that has to be done after logging in, after you have installed the software, is to enter your clinic or hospital's name. For that you need to log in first and then click on the application information button. Enter the admin password. The admin password is mentioned in the readme.txt as well as in other documents found in the pen drive. The admin password is abc@123, ABC in lowercase. Click on the app information button. So the name of the company is your clinic's name or the hospital name, the name of your logo file. The address can be entered in multiple lines. So these footnotes are printed on the invoice and prescription. The default text can be changed. So once you have entered the standard information, click on the save button. To upload your logo file, you should click on this upload image file button and select your logo file. Next important step to be done is to enter all the master data. Doctor's profile. So this holds the list of consulting doctors in your clinic. So it's very important that the doctor's name is entered here. Next you have the service master. SmartOPD comes preloaded with standard services provided by a clinic. You can add more services if required. The service rates has to be modified as per the rate chart of your clinic. To modify, select the data row and click on the alter button. Enter the service rate as per your clinic's rate chart and click on the save button. Next you have the illness master. This is basically for information sake, and while preparing the OPD bill or the entry inside OPD consultation, it gives you an option to select the nature of illness for which the patient has come to consult. The prescription drugs. The drug list is required to prepare a prescription. So it's important that you enter all the medicines that you prescribe. Next you have the appointments. So appointment date has to be entered. Appointment time, consulting doctor's name, the patient name, mobile number of the patient. It's important to enter it. Complaint and save the data. So you can generate the appointment list report. Next we have the patient management. In the patient profile, a new patient is registered and the MR number for the patient is generated. So all patients have to be registered and a unique MR number generated for the patient. Next we have the OPD consultation. In OPD consultation profile, the services rendered to a patient is entered and also the OPD bill is prepared. OPD bill as well as OPD prescription. To add a new OPD entry, click on the new button. The OPD number is auto incremented. The current date and time is shown as default. Select the name of the doctor. It's very important that the MR number is selected correctly. The name of the patient, age, mobile number is auto displayed. Select the illness for which the patient has come. Details like height, weight, temperature, blood pressure, pulse, SpO2 is not mandatory to enter, but these vital parameters are printed on the prescription. A brief note can be mentioned by the doctor here. Payment mode can be cash or card. You have an option to enter a special discount. Next, start selecting the services rendered. See, the rate mentioned in the service master is shown by default. You have an option to change it. The services that was rendered to the patient. By default, 3 rows of services can be entered. To include more services, save the entry and reopen the entry in modify mode by clicking on the alter button. Now to print the bill, select the data row and select the paper size for the bill, whether it's A5 paper size or A4 paper size. To enter the prescription, use the OPD, click on the OPD prescription tab and select the medicine's name. Remember, the medicine name is coming from the prescription drugs master profile. So here you enter the quantity, dosage, duration and any instructions. Next you also have a daycare bill in case you want to prepare a detailed daycare bill. SmartOPD has the options to provide that. This is how the bill looks. You can also generate a medical certificate. So it's very important. Medical certificate can be generated against the OPD number. So you need to select the OPD number. So details of complaint, diagnosis, investigations, treatment given and doctor's note has to be entered. To generate the medical certificate or the case summary, please select the data row and select the report. Under drug sales, you can prepare a medical bill, a bill for medicine sold to your patient. Please note, this is not a retail pharmacy bill, but it is for in-house drugs sold to your patient. So you need to select the OPD number and select the medicine's name. The batch number has to be entered, the expiry date has to be given, the quantity. The rate comes up from the from the prescription drugs profile. You have an option to provide a discount as a percentage against each line item, or you can also give it as a special discount. So payment mode can be cash or card. You need to select the data row before generating the bill. SmartOPD has a lot of admin features, like you can take backup of your application. So provide the name of the backup file, for example. Requires a password. Please note that this password is required when you want to restore your application. Click on the backup button and you should get the message that backup is successful. Use the restore application feature to restore the data from a backed up file. Change password is to change your admin password. The user rights is to create new user IDs. So you can decide on the access rights. Next you have the data download. Where the data is downloaded as a CSV file. You have an option to purge all old datas. For a given date range. Remember that once the data is purged, it cannot be retrieved. To uninstall SmartOPD, you should click on this uninstall product and enter the admin password. Thank you.